I'm an RN in the surgical unit ICU. I work midnights in a large hospital in a major city. The other night, I was working and the phone rang at the nurse's station. It was around 12:30 a.m. and the caller ID said unavailable, which I had never seen before. I answered the phone, and for a moment or two, all I heard were a few seconds of staticky noise. And then a voice, in a loud whisper, quickly said, "Hello, I'm looking for my mother." I was a little surprised and didn't know how to respond for a few seconds. And the voice repeated itself, this time sounding a little bit more distressed. "Hello, I'm looking for my mother." I finally asked, "Who is your mother and do you know what room she is supposed to be in?" The voice responded with a name and said, I think she's in 37 or something like that. At this point, I was getting really creeped out because they were still whispering, and I couldn't even tell if this was a man or a woman. And they were beginning to sound more and more panicked as the call went on. It almost sounded like they were hiding from someone and trying not to be heard talking on the phone. And there was also still this faint static noise in the background. I responded, "Are you okay? I'm having trouble hearing you clearly. Why are you whispering?" And the voice responded, "I need your help. I'm looking for my mother. Are you able to help me? I'm looking." And then the line cut off. And I just heard a dial tone. Chills ran down my spine, and my coworker, who was sitting next to me during this whole thing, was staring at me with her eyes wide open and said I looked terrified. I looked through our unit list, and there was no person listed with the name the caller had given me. I searched the entire hospital census, and there was no patient admitted under that name. So I went and found the charge nurse and asked her if she remembered any patients recently admitted with that name and told her the story. She didn't, and we looked through the last few weeks of records for patients who had passed away in our unit, but nothing matched. She said she thinks someone was just messing with me, but I haven't been able to stop thinking about it for the last couple of days. Logically, I know this was most likely a prank call or something, but that just seems so weird. I mean, why would somebody call an ICU at 12:30 a.m. just to mess with them? Also, the specific phone number to the nurse's station is not listed online. You have to call the hospital operator and ask to be connected to the nurse's station. Or an employee has to give you the direct number. And the room number the caller gave me also lines up with the numbers on the unit. So that could have been a lucky guess, but it just seems odd to me. I answer a lot of phone calls from people looking for their family members when they're admitted to the hospital, and I'm used to talking to people while they're in a state of panic or extreme emotion. I feel like that's a hard thing to fake, but I sensed genuine distress from the caller I spoke to, and personally felt it for a while after it happened. It was just one of those things that instantly made the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. And I was jumpy for the rest of the shift, and of course didn't answer any more phone calls. So I'm not sure what type of response I'm looking for. I just needed to vent about it somewhere. Not entirely sure what happened. What do you think? Morbid prank call or something a bit more eerie?